Welcome to the channel. It's Motive Auto M0T1 V3 _auto, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Tacx Pros Lowrider Car Show. We're at the Tacx Pros location, and here we have our first car. This is an Impala, white with the green roof. And here it is from the back. You can see that roof has a lot of detail on it. We're going to get some shots of the roof and show you some of the detail. Got some, I'm going to say it's airbrushing. You can see he's got all the detail. Looks like there's some gold on here, some patterns, a lot of detail on the roof of this one. Here's the interior on that white and green Impala. Looks pretty original. There's Impala on the dash, some fuzzy dice, and we have a doll in the back seat. We have a 64 Impala over here. There it is from the front. Moving on, we've moved on to a Lincoln. So here's the interior on the Lincoln. You can see the Lincoln logos on the seats. I think that's a Rust-O-Mod. I don't think those are the original seats. I'm not sure. Here's the roof of that Lincoln. Many different layers, a lot of detail on this paint style here. We've got the candy you can see in the green, and then here we are on the back. A lot of detail in the paint, and then there's the back with the tire indentation. Valley Life is the car club for this one. Here we are, the 60 Impala. It's in red. It's got a white roof. Some big white wall tires on this car. It's early, so there's not too many cars here yet, but here's one of them. We'll go around to the back. This looks mostly original. I'm sure it's on hydraulics, but you can see we've got the big fins in the back of this one. It's a little blurry. I think my focus wasn't right, but here's the interior on that 1960 Impala. Got the red interior. There's the back seats of the 60 Impala. And I believe this is a 51. I think I looked it up. The 51 Skyline. And so we're going to get around the back of this one. You can see the owner was putting his chair away in the trunk, and he didn't actually shut the trunk, he just kind of pushed it down. But there's your 1951 Chevy Skyline from the back. Here's the interior on that 1951 Skyline, and here's the seats, including the back seats there. The 51 Skyline. And here's under the hood on another vehicle. This is a black vehicle, so this is not the Skyline. This is this car here, and I don't think I have a year on it. If you have the year on this car, put it in the comments. And so here it is from the front. You can see those big white wall tires. I heard there's a company that makes these. He's got the back seat there in the trunk area. I don't know if I ever got a year on this. Here's the interior on that black convertible. Looks to be all original. And now we're on to another Impala. I'm going to say it's a 60s Impala. You can see he's got his hydraulics on. The hood is up. And we're going to get around the back of this car. He's got his club, I believe it's Dukes. And he's got all the hydraulic equipment in the trunk of the car, so we're going to take a look at that. Here's all of his equipment. He's got batteries, the hydraulic pumps. Here's the interior on the convertible. There's the front area. Here's under the hood on that Impala. On to the next one, we have a convertible. I don't have the year or the make or the model on this one. I'll see if we can make something out here. If you know these cars or you know the owners, be sure and tag them in the video. Tell everybody else what we're looking at on this red convertible. Here's the interior on that old red convertible. Looks original. The hood ornaments on these things are always really great. So I wanted to get some shots of this hood ornament. Really beautiful. You can see the sun just coming off of that thing. And we're on to the next one. It's kind of a turquoise. He is on the ground on this one. There's that from the back. He does have some detail on the paint. I don't think I got shots of the details. He's got some pinstriping work. And now we have the Buick. So here's that Buick from the front, and he's got his hydraulic equipment in the trunk as well. So here's a shot of the hydraulics in the trunk. He's also got a box. Looks like a 10 or a 12-inch sub. And here's the interior on that Buick. Here's the... I don't think those are the original seats. It looks like he may have swapped the seats out on this one. On to the next one. This is another Buick. And you can see he's all aired up. He's got his cars lifted with the air. And we've got some roller shots on this truck. He's going to air up for us. He sees the camera, so he's going to give us a little show. And then air out. And we have some more bouncing in the parking lot. They're finding their parking space, so they're showing off. No, we have another Lincoln. This is a newer model. I believe it's a 90s. I wanted to come over and take a look at this thing because he is full show. He's got it all the way up, and I wanted to get some shots of this with the car tilted completely, almost a 45-degree angle on this. I believe that's a Cadillac. I wanted to get some, and we're back with the Lincoln. I didn't want to miss the detail on this. There's some detail work on the paint here. Let's say it's airbrushing. That's my cat. He's got painting of the car, and then there's some ladies here and clowns. Smile now. And he's got the masks there. Here's the interior on that Lincoln. The interior on the Lincoln. This is badged as a Holden. It says this is a Holden. And so all cars are welcome. We've got I believe it's a Honda. I believe it's a Civic. So it's not just a lowrider show. Other people can bring their cars out to this show. We have another Honda. And you can see he's got wheels on it. He's got a little display for the front wheel. And we have a Miata, I believe. So, and finally, this. Now this is a car that I saw, and you can go back in the in the videos and see that they were at Billy Bob's. I don't know if it was this year, it might have been last year, but I met these people at Billy Bob's and they told me, oh, there's these other shows, and they were trying to tell me about some other events. We have what looks like a mini truck, and I've got rollers, so we're going to grab the roller on this truck over here. He's rolling through the parking lot. There's no sound on the video, so I'm actually recording this audio after. That's the reason you can hear my cat in the background, but I'm just going to walk you guys through. So this is the truck we saw earlier. He was rolling through the parking lot, and here is the other vehicle we got rollers on. They were just in the hydraulics driving around. And this guy's been cruising the parking lot for a minute, so I'm going to get a hold of this. He's got that bike on the back, almost looks like a thing for a passenger. And this guy's got some lowrider wheels on his truck. It's a full size, I want to say 90s, but a full size truck. Pretty clean. We're moving on to the next one. Here we have probably another Impala, 60s Impala. There it is from the back. I would say 64. I know a lot of these are 60s, early 60s, mid 60s. And here we have another earlier car, so 50s, or I believe it's a 50s, early 50s, in the blue. There it is from the back. And here, I believe I got the year on this one, but he's got some details in the paint on here. He's got some murals painted on it, on this piece here. And then he's also got something on the back of the car. He's got these other details. And he has a train here on the back of the... So 1937, this is a 1930. Here's the interior on that 1937. There's the seats. So this is a 1937. Here's the next one. Trying to get as much as I can in the parking lot, trying to go around the parking lot and give everybody a moment on the camera, capture as much of this event as possible. And my focus keeps messing with me. So here's another entry. Again, it's not all the 60s and 50s cars. There's more earlier vehicles in here. And we have a Challenger. I believe one of the Tax Pro ladies asked me to grab this car. I believe this is a 50, it's either a 55 or a 57. I want to say it's the Bel Air. But he's got a miniature of he's got a model of his own car in the back there. Here's the interior on that Chevy. And we have another Impala, mid-60s Impala, again with the details and the paint on this one. Try and get you some of the detail on this one. He's got an engraving on the handle, so it's hand engraved on the handle, and there's some hand engraving here at the gas cover. And here's all the hydraulics out in the trunk. This is all, and there's some speakers. He's got his batteries back here for the power. This is a Mustang. I've seen this Mustang before. I don't know what event it was, but this Mustang was at an event a few years ago. You can see a lot of detail on the hood and on the doors. Here it is from the back, and Got the spoke wheels. He's got a whole area around this. He's got trying to get the detail on this paint as best I can in the camera. Again, the gold. And there's some detail on the side there. Adjusting for the light so I can try and get this a little better. But there's the gold and some of that other detail on this paint. Really beautiful job they did. Didn't miss an inch of this car. And I'll get you the interior in a second. You can see they've cut the roof completely out. So the roof is completely cut out. There's the interior on this Mustang, this custom Mustang. TheTexasOrganics.com is the website. This is one of the vendors that was out there. Here's the Tax Pros DJ was on site. He's mixing some tunes and gives me the what's up. Here's some other vendors. They had lots of vendors out there. They had a bounce area for the kids. And this is another one of the vendors that came out. So I filmed some of her stuff. Party Yardie Signs was the company. So you can look her up. And this is Cha-Cha's Tacos. They were out there. One of the main food vendors. They were making food for everyone, trying to feed all these hungry people. Thanks to all the vendors. Of course, I spotted my favorite car in the whole world. This Trans Am 98 to 2002 is and this truck here, very clean. So I wanted to grab this. I was just about to finish up the day and I grabbed this truck. Thought it was pretty clean. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. I am on Park Up Front.